Between Bacolod and Quezon, punta na natin si Richard Tampos for the starting lineups.
Manila. Our first game is Bacolod versus Quezon for the 2025 Manny Pacquiao's MPBL Season 7. It's time to introduce the starting units. Presenting 30, PJ INTIA. At forward number 15, Dave Canoy. At guard number 6, KENNETH MALAZARTE. Small forward number 9, Mark DUBOUZET. The head coaches Pao Habilona, assistant coaches Noy Baclao, Emric Sahota, and Briton Habilona. Assistant team manager Kevin Custodio. Now the starting 5 for Quezon Huskers. To guard number 8, Christian Pagaran. Point guard number 13, LJAY Gonzales. Coming in at center number 22, Joseph GABAYNI. At forward number 93, Vince MAGBUHOS. The other forward number 77, BANAL. Their head coach is Eric Gonzalez. His assistants are Richie Tigson, Ed De La Torre, Luis Velasco, Jonathan De Guzman, Nash Rosella, Bernard Teguilla, and Councilor JERICK Teng. Team manager, attorney Don Capunan. Team owners, Governor
Starting
Don
5 brought to
Don
you
Thomas.
by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Bacolod begins with KENNETH MALAZARTE, PJ INTIA, JERICK after unleashing a 6-0 run. And last game nila against Davao, nung first half medyo dikit itong Coach Mag pero lumayo itong Quezon in the last 2 quarters.
Yep, and that was a 31-point win. Good shot making at 47%. They were sensational from 3, making 14 more 3-point makes at 60% clip. They played a lot of defense and got points off of it. 12 turnovers forced on Davao, to which they got 17 points conversion. And the bench was pretty big though, at 53 bench points that they collected, led of course by Tagle and Vince MAGBUHOS in that department. So it just shows you how depth has really played a lot of factor in the way that the Quezon Huskers have performed this season.
Number 11 sila in terms of bench points, 41.6 out of their yung total point average nila of 82. So kalahati, no? Galing sa bench.
Oo, totoo yan. And guys who come off the bench, iba-iba rin kasi nagiging starters eh. Kaya maganda yung mix ng bench points para dito sa Huskers.
We saw the field goal shooting earlier. Just 37.5% for Bacolod. Foul whistled on the Huskers. Both teams are over the limit.
I thought Alvin Abondo did a good job of staying right in front of Pastias, but still got called for that foul. There's nothing in the middle that the Quezon Huskers are allowing right now. You're not going to that right side of the floor. They're gonna make you very uncomfortable. Even if you go inside, there always is going to be a guy on that spot, drop coveraging or covering that gap, not allowing you easy access down the middle.
So the former UAP champion, Noy Baclao, may foul na naman laban sa Quezon as they fail to track down that defensive rebound. Si Wawayero yung napituhan dito.
Medyo miscom pagdating sa pag-cover ng rebounds that time for Quezon Huskers, which is very unlikely because pagdating sa rebounds, isa ito sa mga top 10 in the season so far itong Quezon Huskers. Matter of fact, they're number 8 at almost 47 per game.
Si Ajay in street clothes. 2 for 2 at the line for Chadi Rathel. Yes, kani kay Abundo. Another one.
And they will keep swinging that ball wherever that shot is available. First, they look for threes before they even consider any long twos or paint points. And that time around, Alvin Abundo really just recognizing that I'm the swing guy. I'm gonna have to take it and make it.
10 ulit ang lamang. Tira galing sa labas. Wala yan. Galing sa Bacolod.
And they're gonna run again here.
Dario. Pass to Abundo. Thought about it. Back to
Oh,
Diego
man.
Dario. Free for a free. Wawayero. Can't hit it. And Chadi knocks down the rebound.
That was a missed three, pero you see the ball movement. No? Every time that ball gets swung and reversed, there's always that good opportunity and a potential to make threes. Right now they're running at this again, and Simon finishes.
Exquisite pass right there. And the recipient of that was Vince Magbuhos.
Just continually running the middle of the floor for Vince Magbuhos.
Aquino gives it to Mark Barrera, pulls the trigger, and buries that three-pointer.
Good shot by Mark. And that's one of the things I felt na he was trying to show off when he was in the Cagers. And right now he's got this opportunity to be leading scoring-wise para dito sa Bacolod. Good pocket pass.
Kanta naman ng pasa, pero Sandagon fails to complete that slam. Three-point shooting. Both teams actually shooting really well, pero mas marami lang itong Quezon. 4 out of 7, 2 out of 6 lang ang Bacolod. Aquino back to Barrera. Again for free, that time short.
Well, Hierro really staying in front of Mark that time.
Under a minute left here in the first quarter. Quezon holds a 9-point lead.
There you go.
Magbuhos, libre
There
para
you
sa
go.
tres.
There you go. You could immediately see it. He was not gonna have that screen hit that defender. He was gonna allow him to, go two on the ball, and then he slips. Pretty much Vince Magbuhos with that three.
Dalawang ulit sila dito. 12 points. Hook shot will not work. Sandagon grabs another board. Time winding down. Abundo. That time no good. Mastias still enough time. Thought he got fouled. No whistle. And that's gonna do it for the first 10 minutes of game action.
And even at the very last moment that Bacolod had a chance to attack, Huskers still able to get a stop, and Vince Magbuhos not allowing that straight line drive going to the other side of the floor. And BANAL has pretty much been the good start here para sa Huskers, and Kenneth tried to pull some stuff para dito sa Bacolod, but really just so much activity by the Huskers up and down the floor, taking threes. 5 threes made out of 8 attempts, and so far it's all been Quezon Huskers. They're up 12.
Back with us here at the San Andres Sports Complex dito po sa lungsod ng Maynila. At kasalukuyang lamang ang Quezon Huskers kontra dito sa Bacolod Tubo Slashers 29-17. Topeng Lagrama now in the hometown hero for Quezon, as well as Will Gozum, the former NCAA MVP. And,
Eman Tagle is also on the floor.
si Eman Tagle rin. ALDAVE Canoy nagbabalik para sa Bacolod. JERICK Gonzales. Ang misyon niya ay lagpasan yung kanilang finish last season, while si Coach Pao Havelona ay nais naman din na itong Bacolod to eclipse yung kanilang win total. They've actually did that already. 2-16 nga lang sila ngayon. They're in the midst of an 11-game losing streak. As I think they're trying to sort something out here just to begin quarter number 2.
And then when you look at the this unit right now on the floor para dito sa Huskers, dito mo na makikita yung lalim ng rotation ng Huskers. These guys can actually start for any team, let alone even si Eman Tagle, who's been really good for the Huskers, especially scoring from 3.
Field goal shooting heavily in favor of Quezon. Shot 42% in the first quarter, 30% lang from Bacolod to Boss Slashers.
And Will Gossom on a quick foul right there of that push against JERICK Villanueva. And that's one guy that definitely they're gonna need to have more floor time. Itong si Will Gossom. He's trying to ease in the game, and every game that he plays, he just keeps getting better for the Huskers.
Mark Barrera, ALDAVE Canoy, JERICK Villanueva, Mark DUBOUZET, and Aquino, the unit for Coach Pau Habelona, as they have 8 seconds to work with. DUBOUZET,
That's tough.
ganda nung matchup na yan. DUBOUZET laban kay Lagrama.
Yeah. But the thing is, on that drive, Will Gossom. What a stride underneath. Long one at that before going for that under goal stab. Ganda.
First 2 points for Will Gossom. This is the biggest lead right now for Quezon at 14 points.
Wow, look at that hard show by the Huskers. The gaps have really been covered by the Huskers right now, making it tough for Bacolod to even get past that first line of defense.
At ang mahirap pa no, for Bacolod, they've been held to 1 shot
Yes.
always sa kanilang mga possession.
Yeah, matter of fact, it's a plus what? Plus 11, plus 10 attempts para dito sa Quezon over Bacolod. And really, if you're not getting so much attempts, your opponent's playing a lot of defense.
Assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
A good jumbo action there between the bigs, and ending up with Will Gossom with an under goal stab. And you just love when bigs, play a lot of each other and play really good tune music and in sync. Gandang tingnan.
1 second left.
Oh,
PJ
man.
Intia.
You see how that defense came up? They couldn't get through the first line of defense. That's how tough it is to get past dun sa depensa ng Quezon Huskers. When they switch, they immediately cover. When they hedge, they hard show. Pero nakakabalik agad yung depensa, no?
And that's why they are the #1 team in the league defensively, holding their opponents to only 66.4 points per contest.
Bigat no?
Oo.
To be allowing that just many points of 66 speaks a lot of the defense of the Huskers.
Gravera, Statue of Liberty shot, wala yan.
It's gonna take it.
Matagle. That one rolls out, the tap, and the putback from Rodel Gravera.
Tsaka lahat ng Huskers may go signal na tumira ng tres. Save maybe for some bigs that, better off shooting from the perimeter. But right now, the shots are getting tougher. KENNETH MALAZARTE's got that knockdown 3 from the corner, pero pretty much a challenge din, di ba?
Baba sa 13 puntos ang kailangan na bulin dito ng Bacolod.
Good steal.
Intercepted by Ken Malazarte as he glides in for the lefty finish.
Ganda ng motor nito ni KENNETH MALAZARTE, no? Very active, quick to his feet. Has good reads as well. Even if you defend against him, he will find a way to score.
Just playing in his 3rd game in a Bacolod to Boss Slasher uniform. Another miss from the outside by Eman Tagle. Tatakbo dito ang Bacolod. DUBOUZET, sidestep. Oh, he gets it in, plus a foul.
Ganda nung downhill action ni Mark. One of his favorite moves, actually. Yung little side steps heading to the finish. And he was full steam ahead going down, getting up against the defense of Eman Tagle. Help came in, but still, Mark DUBOUZET, what a finish. Ibang klase talaga na si Mark. There was a good run early in the season where he was actually leading the way para dito sa Bacolod, si Mark DUBOUZET.
Oh naman. And one of the guys averaging in double figures for the Boss Slashers, 11 points per contest. As he completes the 3-point play. Baba sa 8 ang labang ng Quezon.
Yeah, tsaka to si Mark DUBOUZET actually leads the team in assists with a 3.3 per game. Oh, knockdown 3 in the corner.
Bago yan. Mayroong 3-second violation laban sa Quezon.
Almost surprised that you get a 3-second call after that drive and pass to the corner 3.
Quezon Huskers will sue for time dahil nga naibaba na ng Bacolod ang kanilang lamang. We'll be back after this short break.
With how the players choose to express themselves. Doon daw kasi nagsisimula ang kumpiyansa. And that is how he want to be known and remembered by his players, especially in a team like Bacolod with majority of homegrown players. Despite the losses, it's important for him to see that bit by bit nakikita niyang nagkakakumpiyansa ang players niya. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Andrea. And I think synonymous kasi yung Bacolod with probably Cebu, Pampanga, and even Manila in terms of yung pride nila,
Yes.
in terms of playing their basketball, no? And si Coach Pao, Ilonggo din yan.
Yeah.
And what a guy to emulate, Jimmy Alapag, na a young coach in the NBA. Coach Pao is probably the youngest coach here in the MPBL. And although despite their losing record, ang nagugustuhan ko dito sa Bacolod, Coach Mike, as we see a traveling violation whistled against Quezon, lalo nung simula and well, lately ulit, no? Yung fight nila, no, despite na in terms of talent, marahil yung kalaban nila mostly sila yung yamado, pero yung laban nitong mga players ng Bacolod hindi matatawaran.
Yeah, I think that's founded on a lot of pride, and I like that you mentioned yung mga teams na that we have right now, and clearly Coach Pao is there's a lot of pride when you represent where you come from and where you grew up. It's exactly how Coach Pao has been, and you know, him being a player that understands the perspective, the coach that understands the perspective of the players, having played this game. And let me tell you, if you are trying to look up to a Jimmy Alapag, and I'm sure you're gonna come up with really good things for Bacolod, not just on the system-wise, because kita mo yung lot of run and breaks para dito sa Bacolod.
Itong free throw, atin natin ang Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas.
And the way that they play is also very synonymous to the kind of basketball that Coach Jimmy Alapag plays. And an important thing here for Bacolod to remember is that I'd like to think these guys are going to be in here for the long haul. I mean, they're going to come back in the next seasons representing this team again. As you see this possession lost here by the Huskers, and that foul called on PAGARAN.
Bacolod is in the midst of a 9-0 run. They were trailing by 16 earlier, 33-17. Ngayon, 7 na lang ang kailangan nilang habulin dito. Alvin Abundo nagbabalik para sa Quezon.
At kung ikaw si Coach Pao, magugustuhan mo ito. You're only down 7 against the Quezon Huskers. And right here in the second quarter. But the thing is, kailangan paghandaan mo rin yung second half kasi sigurado, you know, things are gonna turn up and runs are gonna be in order for the Huskers. And so you gotta be able to respond and come up with your own runs as well.
Foul this time against Bacolod as MAGBUHOS and Chadi, INTIA were jostling for possession.
INTIA is also one guy that's pretty good for Bacolod.
Oo naman.
Oo, di ba? Kontra Pelo maglaro yan, kontra Tiempo rather maglaro, pero you know, there were moments as well early in the season where he was actually helping out Mark DUBOUZET in coming up with really good performances for their team.
Past the halfway point of the second period. Pull-up jumper by Abundo is way short. ALDAVE Canoy with the board.
Yeah, didn't have enough lift on that shot. And again, Bacolod having to contend with this stingy defense of the Huskers.
DUBOUZET for free. Tatalbog palabas. Abundo. Pasa papunta kay Vince MAGBUHOS. Diego Dario, catch and shoot free. No good.
Well, three-point shooting has gone down a little bit for the Huskers after shooting a really good clip. And right now, so far, they've missed, what, 9 3-point attempts already, having made 5.
Quick pass. MAGBUHOS inside. Caught in position. And Kanoy, no choice but to give up that foul, but also in the process giving the basket.
And every time Quezon Huskers player gets the ball, that ball is always moving. They keep that hot. And this time around, they found Vince underneath, and Vince went to his power move.
Play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
And you like that your big man in Joseph Gabayni recognizes no, nasa ilalim libre si Vince and could outpower that action underneath. Kahit na meron na siyang elbow jump shot kanina.
That snaps that 9-0 run nitong Bacolod. As we're under 4 minutes remaining here in the second period. Villanueva to Barrera. 3-point shot by Chadi is short.
That is pretty much the shot that they will allow. They will allow Chadi Rangel to keep on shooting from the outside, but in terms of your guys dribble penetrating, it's not going to be easy getting inside.
Christian Bunyag sa loob na para sa Quezon.
One of the hardest working tenured big men para dito sa Quezon Huskers, ito si Christian Bunyag.
Quick passing by the Huskers. But Dario still coming up empty from the outside. Now he cuts. 8 on their shot clock. Diego Dario, what a pass! Papunta kay Christian Bunyag.
Oh man, see that move? That was all Diego Dario. I mean, the moment that ball went to the post underneath, was that Simon earlier, or he just went 45 cut downhill and just found that space to leave it up for Christian Bunyag.
Sopre Vega steps back for free. No good. Abundo pushing it. Kick out pass. Dario attacks the closeout. Sandagon. They swing it around. 10 still on their shot clock. Skip pass papunta kay Diego Dario. Pulls the trigger and nails the three-pointer.
He's just going to keep on shooting, regardless where he is on the floor. Missed a number of three-point attempts, but every time he's going to be in there and you're not going to challenge that shot, he will take it.
Assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
And that really came off Diego Dario understanding a 45 cut with that ball on the post, but leaving it up for Christian Bunyag for the good, short floater inside.
Bacolod with a timeout. Quezon with 7 straight points. We'll pause for a break. Talaga ba?
Oh, Blast TV app. I got that already.
The 46-year-old
Oh, yeah.
Manny Pacquiao again will try to defy the odds. 8th division world champion, 12 world titles, trying to add number 13 sa kanyang koleksyon.
Oh, yes. And that's going to be a pretty good addition to that collection too, Ken.
Samantala, ang Quezon nakabawi dito dahil bumaba na yung lamang. Down to 7 points. It was 33-26 earlier. Quezon with 7 unanswered points. And now Kenneth Malazarte will go back to the line. He is a standout, Coach Mike, from Colegio de San Agustin in the Visayas region. Miles Cañal, di pa pinapasok dito ni Coach Pau Avelon na curiously. Ito si Kenneth Malazarte. Originally was from Butuan City in Agusan del Norte. Dahil yung dati niya taga doon. But since then, palipat-lipat siya eh. He bounced around, pumunta siya sa Visayas, and then he actually had a stint in Cesafi while he was playing for USJR. I think he played there for just 1 season. But the pandemic happened, so he had to come back, relocated sa San Carlos, and then finish out his stint sa Negros. As we see that 3-point shot knocked down by Christian Pagaran para naman dito sa Quezon.
And you just love, you know, basketball stories from these players. Masalo na ramdam mo yung resilience nila, yung talagang hindi, gusto ko talaga to, ito yung gusto kong gawin eh. So patuloy ka pa rin and trying to chase that dream.
Rangel, the door shut down on him by Christian Bunyag. Parehong 6-7. Nagkabanggaan doon. Meanwhile, Christian Pagaran with the 7th 3-pointer for the Quezon Huskers.
Si Pagaran, isa na yun sa mga gandang bumitaw sa kanila para sa labas dito sa Huskers. And in the previous games, he's really shored up his scoring. Matter of fact, he's a 35% 3-point shooter. And you're not surprised na tumitira yan galing sa labas. Traveling violation right there.
Turnover against the Quezon Huskers. Only their 7th. Actually, Bacolod is doing a much better job here in the second period of taking care of the basketball. They had 7 in the first. Isa lang dito in the second quarter.
That is right.
43-30. Pinagpag lang ni Jan Sobrevega si Popeng Lagrama at may foul na pinito laban kay JERICK Villanueva.
Pero dun mo makikita yung reach and itong athleticism rin ni JERICK Villanueva. Athletic na yan si Simon Sandagon, pero you know, nakakapalag pa rin siya even on the rebounds, and nakikita mo yung height advantage being done by JERICK Villanueva. Kaya lang medyo may tulag kaya natawagan ng foul.
By the way, we saw already si JC Adje in street clothes for Bacolod. For Quezon naman, no JP Sarao. And si Jason Opiso wala pa din Medyo matagal-tagal na rin hindi naglalaro si Jason Opiso.
And I think even Judel Fuentes is not.
Oo,
si Judel is also not there.
Judel Fuentes also not in uniform. Foul on the Huskers. They are in penalty.
And LJAY Gonzales has gotten very limited minutes, having played only for about 2 minutes so far.
Coach Eric Gonzales magcha-challenge ng foul laban sa kanila. We'll be back for the result of this one.
We'll see this right here. Rebound. Oh, yeah.
Pero
Yeah. Yun yung kino-contest niya.
Oo, may tumulak Jan Sobrevega. It hasn't been the most consistent season so far for him. Si Jan Sobrevega played for Pasay last season. Actually, nasa lista to 13 years played for LaSalle before moving to the University of the East. Kabilang sa mga naging kakampi niya sa LaSalle, sila Aljun Melesio, and Ren Paraiso. Si Alan Beltran, naging kampi niya sa UE naman.
At saka kita mo yung disparity ng production ito ni Sobrevega. In their first 6 games, he was averaging roughly about almost 7 points per game. In the next succeeding games, he's averaging just 2. And so, huge turnaround pagdating sa scoring para dito kay Sobrevega. The minutes are almost the same, pero the production has gone down.
Well, Gozo will finish out the last 25.9 seconds of this quarter. Basically, a last shot possibility now para dito sa Quezon. 43-31. Lagrama. Laban kay Sobrevega. Popeng. Oh, great screen. Actually, dahil great screen. Ay, hindi. Kala offensive foul Apparently, Eman Tagle was caught stepping on the sideline.
So one last chance for Bacolod to get, a couple of more points here before ending the half.
Canoy. Pasat. Pastias. 4 seconds. Pastias for free. No. Rangel to beat the buzzer. Had a good line but well short. The first half comes to a close. Much better second quarter para dito sa Bacolod Tubo Slashers, but the Quezon Huskers remain ahead here. 43-31 at the half.
Friends maker in this game. Seven 3-pointers versus 3. That's a +4 in favor for the Huskers. And so Bacolod's got to stay the course right now and recollect themselves and give themselves a chance to pull off a win against Quezon in the second half.
BANAL picking up from where he left off in this last game, leading the way along with MAGBUHOS with 7 points each. Gonzales only played 2 minutes as a result of 2 early fouls. Immediately goes onto attack mode and draws a foul.
Well, one of the reasons why he went attack mode downhill was that middle lane was pretty much open on the left side of the floor for LJ Gonzales. And LJ Gonzales, if you're going to give him that left side, that pretty much, in my opinion, is a comfort zone for LJ. And so it's easy for him to get inside the paint and strong enough with his body to attack the defense right in front of him. In that case, happens to be Chadi Rangel.
Mark Dubouzet, Aldave Canoy, Mark Barrera, Chadi Rangel, and Kenneth Malazarte ang 5 na nasa loob para kay Coach Pau Javelona. Canoy steps back. Rangel, no good. Pagaran with the rebound. Gonzales
Good pull-up.
gets to his spot and scores.
Sometimes you don't need to give that extra pass, especially if you're the guy that's least guarded. Then it's on you. You're the one who's supposed to take that shot. And within that elbow area, LJ Gonzales is going to be very comfortable.
46-31. Malazarte one-on-one against Christian Pagaran. Settles for a free. No good. Gabayni with the rebound. LJ Gonzales to BANAL. Oh man, BANAL has really found the stroke.
BANAL right now is 3 out of 3 from there. He has not missed. And the shots that he's taken is actually within the flow and in a comfort zone that he's liking.
3-point shot brought to you by Extreme, your one-stop shop appliances.
And it's just the second time in this game we've seen that pin down for a top guy, flaring up top for a 3. And this time around, BANAL again knocks it down.
BANAL has hit 9 of his last 10 3-pointers. He was 6 out of 7 in their last game against Davao Occidental. When you're hot, you're hot.
Oo, ang ganda ng binibitaw eh. And so this couple of games to which BANAL is actually doing good from 3, I'm sure it helps a lot in his confidence, especially him being able to finally help out offensively. For the most part, he's been a guy that they turn to on the defensive end eh. Pero alam mo naman nakaka-score yan, former MVP.
JERICK Gonzales, his team on top by 16 points, 49-33. Dubouzet working against LJ Gonzales.
Right side is locked. Nobody's getting in there.
Grabe yung depensa ni LJ Gonzales.
I like the thing was that Canoy earlier down on the low block could have faded out to the corner and opened up that post area for that drive by Mark.
Gonzales, kick out pass. Vince MAGBUHOS fires and puts in that 3-pointer.
Ang tanong lang naman dito, kanina early in the first quarter, gumagana yung zone na yan medyo mabagal yung start para sa Huskers. But now that the threes are falling, how much longer will you be playing that zone if you're Bacolod?
Lumobo na sa 19 na puntos ang lamang ng
Good
Quezon.
backdoor.
Malazarte with the teardrop.
Good read by Malazarte. He got overplayed. Everybody was getting overplayed one pass away. You got to find a way to go backdoor and got to that spot, got that ball and took that shot. Good move by Malazarte.
Lone guy in double figures with 13 markers. Pagaran, no. Barrera the rebound. Dubouzet quickly on the other side. The crossover. LJ Gonzalez was on skates. And he committed a foul.
O, paboritong side ni Mark DUBOUZET yan eh. Yung kanan. He always, for the most part, would see him trying to create for a finish on that inner thirds of the floor, which happens to be that right side.
LJ with already 4 fouls.
Yes. Well, si LJ, I'd like to think kanina was trying to anticipate a middle ball drive, which is pretty much what a right-handed guy would do. But, you know, Mark is not that type of player. He's always going to go to the right.
LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL. DUBOUZET. Itong Bacolod, nag-ahabol pa rin, down by 17 points. DUBOUZET, mintes ang kanyang mga free throws.
So far, free throw shooting, very decent rin naman yung free throw shooting ng Bacolod in this game. They are, before that trip, they are 14 of 18 from there.
MAGBUHOS way off the mark. Ball will go back to Bacolod.
Yeah, now that shot was way off, pero what you don't like if you're Bacolod is that shot was again an unchallenged 3-point attempt. So understanding that these guys have been shooting 42% from 3, you gotta close out and challenge every shot from there. Force them to bring the ball on the floor and, you know, attack the paint.
DUBOUZET bubukol sa 3. Tatalbog palabas. Nakuha ni GABAYNI yung rebound. Diego Dario papunta kay Pagaran.
Oh, wow.
The cut inside. GABAYNI got blocked. MAGBUHOS recovers.
He's gonna take it.
Free for a free. Can't connect. MALAZARTE in transition. Drives right. And Dario gives up that foul.
And Bacolod really trying their best to beat, you know, the primary defender, that first line of defense. But every time, these ushers just keep in step with every attack of the Bacolod Tubo Slashers.
Si MALAZARTE kaliwete pero comfortable
Sa kanan, no?
Putting it on the deck using his right hand.
That's
no?
right. And yung mga ganong klase ng kaliwete ang medyo, alam mong, mahirap bantayan. Because yung kaliwa pa nga lang, drumibol, galing sa right side ng floor, papuntang middle, mabigat na eh. Paano pa yung fumi-finish pa siya sa right side? And so, either way, he can actually, you know, attack you defensively.
However, they have missed their last 4 free throws. Kaya hindi sila makalapit dito. Labang pa rin ang Quezon, 52-35. The lift, the drive, Santagon, easy pickings in the paint.
That's where he operates best. Inside the paint, without a dribble, of a finish, using footwork. That time, pretty much vertical 2-foot shot para dito kay Simon.
MALAZARTE. Oh, the spin. Wow. But the pass, way off target. Turnover against Bacolod.
That time around, he was thinking na merong corner guy na lalabas. But this drive, though, and this feed inside, beautifully done by Vince MAGBUHOS and nobody checking Simon Sandaga.
This is the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Grabe yung assist discrepancy, no?
It's really because of the ball and the man movement. And the moment that the Tubo Slashers started playing a man, that's when really all those assists came up. And earlier, medyo mabagal yung progression doon sa stat line na yan eh.
Shot clock winding down.
Slip, skip.
Only 3 seconds left to work with for Quezon.
There really is an art to slipping screens. You know, faking out that screen is in itself very hard to defend against.
Maging yung screener, kailangan marunong rin bumasa ng depensa eh.
Correct.
Shot clock violation though against Quezon.
And coaches would already identify, you know, who hits a screen and who slips a screen. There are certain players that do that. And for the most part, kung yung guardia mo is walang 3-point attempt, patatamaan mo talaga yung screen para maiwan yung depensa and create other opportunities on a ball reversal, on a high-low, different ways.
That's the halfway point of the third quarter. Abundo whistled for that foul, battling with Janjan Pastias.
And that time, Abundo naman trying to be aggressive, preventing that handoff, trying to make himself a little bit smaller so that he doesn't get screened.
Canoy laban kay Gravera. Aldave Canoy has really struggled since that strong start to the season. This is a guy, 6'1", very versatile, has the tools to be a great wing or also can play the 4.
The way that I observed Canoy play, and I too was very impressed start of the season. A lot of guys from Bacolod, I'm pretty impressed. Is for the most part, he's really a guy that scores with that ball on the move. With him moving around and not him holding that ball and trying to create off of it. I don't recall so much of defenders right in front of Canoy that he was able to beat. But he is trying his very best to play this brand of basketball for the Tubo Slashers. But there's one thing na hindi mo maaalis dito sa Tubo Slashers. It's the effort. These guys will always be in there trying to compete kung sino man ang kalaban nila.
Bacolod is 16 out of 25 from the free throw line. And you might be surprised at this stat. They're actually number 1 in terms of free throw attempts, 26.7. At 64% sila ngayon. As ito si Gravera, the putback attempt wala. Sa loob, Sandagon towering over his defenders. And he will draw a foul and troop to the line.
Sandagon pretty much staying active as always. Dito sa game na to, that middle lane of the floor has always been available for him and he just keeps going at it.
Former FEU Tamaraw sa Imon Sandagon. Speaking of former FEU Tamaraw, nice namin batiin si mga manlalaro from Suwag City. Si Branray Bienes at si Axel Enigo watching right now. Itong laban ng Bacolod and Quezon. Na kamakailan lang nung Lunes had that gritty win. Mindoro against Bataan. Meanwhile, Quezon continues to conquer underneath. Another 3-point play opportunity this time for Grodel Gravera.
And Gravera, I covered him in the playoffs. I think that was in game number 2. But he played really good in that finals match against Pampanga. And so I was wondering bakit medyo matagal na hindi siya nakabalik. But at the very least, now we're seeing these minutes from Gravera.
Challenge tayo this time from Coach Pau Abelona on that last foul call. We'll be back for the result of this one.
The Bacolod Tubo Slashers challenge was successful.
Si Coach Pau sumakses. So, walang foul. Pero, palagay ko counted ito. Oo.
Oo, counted.
So, they save one free throw, 1 point. They get the possession back. 56-37, 19-point spread for the Huskers. Pastias against Alvin Abundo, drives left. Pastias floats it up and got fouled in the process. 2 free throws coming up for the longest tenured player nitong Bacolod Tubo Slashers, to si Janjan Pastias.
Yeah, and I like that drive by Janjan Pastias. Underneath, yung help defender, in my opinion, si Gravera really got screened underneath. And so that drive middle was pretty much open for him to claim and take.
Pumasok yung unang free throw ni Janjan Pastias. 2 for 2 at the line. So Eman Tagle comes in for Alvin Abundo. 56-39. Under 4 minutes left here in the third quarter. Diego Dario. Pass to Eman Tagle.
Yeah.
He connects from downtown.
Yeah, you could see that play developing from a mile away. He understood that once that ball goes downhill, that corner guy's going to cut baseline, and the wing guy's going to drift to the corner, which is exactly what happened, and they got that three again.
Janjan Pastias got fouled again on that drive.
And the thing is, defensively, you get pulled into that side of the floor. Only because you also have another shooter on the corner side, ball side, na kailangan pantayan mo.
2 free throws. Janjan Pastias also played briefly for Negros back in Season 5, but eventually returning to Bacolod. Also played for STI West Negros University, Tubong Bacolod City. Special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer.
Well, he played his best game against Caloocan, where he scored 18 points and made 3 3-pointers, shooting 37% from there. And ever since then, you know, the numbers have pretty much normalized, roughly about 7 and 6 points in their succeeding games. And so you really would love to see more of Janjan Pastias scoring para dito sa Bacolod Slashers.
Very capable scorer naman.
Yes.
Janjan Pastias.
Agree.
Si Gravera parang pogo stick. Kanina pa namumulot ng rebound.
So can I rest my case? I really was very impressed on how he performed. Considering na finals yun, you know, he was in there really performing for the Huskers.
Plus 16 sa rebounding itong Quezon. ALDAVE Canoy continues to struggle. He got shut down there by the defense of the Huskers. Another foul call against Quezon. They are over the limit. Pangatlong foul ng former San Beda Red Lion na si Eman Tagle. Pastias.
Bedista ba si Eman Tagle?
Oh, Bedista yun.
I didn't know that.
Talaga? Bedista
No,
yan.
I didn't know that. Well, that's a info that I never knew. Thank you, Ken, for educating me.
Pastias, 5th and 6th attempts from the free throw line this quarter. Ay, pasok niya yung kanyang mga free throw, but lead still at 18 points. Gravera, no handoff. Now one-on-one against Canoy. Gives it up to Eman Tagle. Back to Rodel Gravera. Pulls up. Gravera drifting left but couldn't connect on that shot. Bounce pass. ALDAVE Canoy puwersa sa ilalim. Basically willing that one through.
And more importantly, that's one of the very few times that they've outnumbered the Quezon Huskers down the floor. That was 4-on-3, and Canoy really attacked strong. Good job by Canoy.
61-45. Eman Tagle, can't hit the three. PJ India.
There you go.
Cross-court pass. Sobre Vega. Misfiring from the outside.
Sayang yung reversal na yon. Had a good look. Had a good line also on that shot.
Santagon. Pasa palabas kay Eman Tagle. Dario. Against Janjan Pastias. Off the bounce. Dario for free.
Looks good.
Pops out. Ball will go back to Bacolod.
A couple of three-point misses from both Bacolod and Quezon looking good, ano?
Fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme X Play on-the-go speaker. Take your music anywhere.
Ito yung magandang fast break opportunity para sa Bacolod Slashers. One of the very few times they got the Black Shirts outnumbered. That was 4-on-3. Finally dumping it over to Canoy, and ALDAVE really crashed strong towards that cup.
We have a timeout here. We'll be back after this short break.
that has made multiple attempts and shot the ball really well para sa kanila. And guess who it is?
Oh,
Malazarte.
di ba?
He's 50% from the field on a 5 of 10 shooting. Everyone else roughly shooting on the average of 33%. And there are guys who have not made shots out of multiple attempts. One of them being Chadi Rangel, who's 0 out of 5. And so, ganun kahirap pumuntos laban dito sa depensa nitong Quezon Huskers.
Baba sa 14 na puntos yung lamang after that jumper by ALDAVE Canoy. Will Gozom connects from free.
And Will Gozom, just different dimensions of his game that can actually influence game results favoring para dito sa Huskers.
Still trying to regain his bearings with that lengthy absence dahil sa kanyang torn ACL injury. Chadi Rangel,
Finally.
baseline jumper.
His first made basket out of 6 attempts. Not shot at a quarter here.
Lagrama will take his sweet time against Janjan Pastias. Gozom going for that second free. Topeng Lagrama there to swoop in and score. Just in the nick of time, beating the buzzer. And
Ball in man movement overall para dito sa Huskers.
as a result, they headed
There, of course, they're going to see action later on. That's a big one against San Juan.
Oo, mamaya-maya lamang yan. Quarter scoring po natin. 29-17. Tabla tayo in the second. Actually, that was the best quarter.
Yes.
Even though 14 points lang itong Bacolod.
Yes,
But they got outscored again by 5 in the third.
that's right. And for the most part, really, their points have come from the free throws. Right now, they're a plus 17 in terms of attempts from the line, and there they go again. They're once again on the free throws. Decently shooting at 73%, but you got to go back to those 9 missed free throws right now. Would have been good, chance para pababain pa further kung na-make nila yung mga free throws na yun.
Nakakatuwa, no? As you saw the numbers for Mark DUBOUZET. If you're Bacolod, you get to the line a lot. But the problem they have is, one, they turn the ball over a lot as we see Christian Bunyag score. And number 2, Coach Mike, dead last sila in terms of 3-point mix.
That's right. And so, if you're going to profile these teams, as we see this good move right here by Pagaran, leaving it up for Christian Bunyag again. Christian Bunyag doing a good job of relocating underneath.
Play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
As I was saying kanina, again, if you're going to profile these teams, you start off with Quezon. This is a very good defensive team, allowing only 66 points for their opponents. They're tops in that department. They defend a lot and they convert that defense into points, to which they are number 2 when it comes to points off turnovers. And they're 4th when it comes to 3-point makes. And that to me is a combination that's pretty dangerous for a team if you're going up against. Samantalang ito naman Bacolod really relies more on their free throw attempts. They roughly get about 26 attempts per game, to which they surpassed that in this game so far. And their fast break is roughly at 17 per game. Right now, it's way below that. They only have 11. And the only reason that they're not getting to those fast breaks, the makes though, is the defense of Quezon. They are getting their runs, but they're not making those points.
Fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme Cool Air Conditioners. Ang Extreme magpalamig. Free installation for split type air conditioner.
Yeah, that one is pretty much Bacolod basketball right there. Quick run on the other end with Barrera finishing it off.
Si Malazarte ang namumuno para dito sa Bacolod with 13 points. ALDAVE Canoy with 10. Shot clock reads 10. Barrera. Hanap na papasahan. Flashing out was ALDAVE Canoy. Posting up against Will Gozom. And Canoy winning that matchup.
Oh, what a good move by Canoy right there. And ang ano lang dito is later in the game na siya nagsimulang makapag-contribute para dito sa Tubo Slashers.
This guy has tantalizing upside. Si Aldave Canoy. Mixer, great move of the game, born for greatness. Ito yung galaw niya kanina, Coach Mike.
Ang bigat niyan. I mean, you get past the defense of Will Gozo. He pretty much beat him to that spot, attacked that open space, and made something out of it. Very forceful din yung pagkakatapos na ni Cano.
Villanueva off the bounce. Too strong off the glass though. LJ Gonzalez returning with 4 personal fouls. Kick out pass, Magbuhos, the fake. Back to LJ. Magbuhos pulls the trigger. Can't get it to fall. Ball batted around. It finally ends up with Mark DUBOUZET.
Vince Magbuhos actually did not want to be the one to take that shot. He wanted that ball to be swung over kay BANAL sa kabila. Pero, it got back to him and he took it and missed it. Made shot right here.
Gets that one to trickle in. They pull to within 12, 68-56. Gabayni at the post. Quick move against Villanueva. Couldn't finish. MALAZARTE grabs and goes. Villanueva thought about it. Puts it on the deck. Falls down and eventually gives up the rock. BANAL in trouble though against Barrera. Release pass, Magbuhos, they have the numbers. Gabayni back to Magbuhos, who finishes.
Good give and go between those two bigs. Gabayni just really returning that pass over to Vince as he was rolling downhill.
3 minutes gone by in the 4th period. MALAZARTE flips it up and in, getting it off the glass.
Hirap nun, ah.
Oh.
Fading to his right with a left-handed shot.
KENNETH MALAZARTE with 15 points. The attack by LJAY Gonzalez. He will be rewarded with 2 free throws. Play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
A little give and go between Joseph Gabayni and Vince Magbuhos. And you love big men running the floor and collaborating for a good finish.
Meanwhile, let's check in with Miss Andrea Andisio.
A real champion is made not in front of the crowd or cameras. He is made during those moments when no one is watching. Perfect example nga dyan itong si LJ Gonzalez. Actually, if you ask Kapitan Gab, who's the most hardworking player of Quezon? First person that came to mind was LJ. Unang dumadating at huling umaalis sa practice. Kwento ni LJ kung ang call time ay 12:30, 10 a.m. nandun na siya, getting his shots in, practicing his skills and all. After practice, he's the last one to go kasi nagsushooting daw ulit siya. Despite the clamor surrounding him, naniniwala siyang there's still a lot more to do. And that's how you make it a true champ. Right, gentlemen?
Oo naman, Andrea. Nakita mo naman sa numero ngayon ni LJ Gonzalez. Averaging 10.6 points. But the glaring stat there is he is so efficient from the field. 53%, shooting 36% from beyond the arc.
Yes.
Yung mga ganyan mga reps, early work, and it really comes to fruition when you play your game here. As you see, LJ Gonzalez trying to get past the defense.
And I feel the not so much appreciated part of the game of LJ really is more on defense and assist. He tops when it comes to assist and tops when it comes to steals. See this play again between these two bigs and Gabayni and Vince Magbuhos.
Play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
And staying with that LJ conversation, LJ is actually a really good defender. He's #1 in steals for Quezon with 1.9 per game, and he's second in blocks with 0.6. And pagdating naman sa puntos at rebounds, second din siya with 10.6 and almost 6 per rebounds per game. And you're getting that from a guard, di ba?
But Bacolod is competing really well. They're just down by 12.
Yes.
Di nila hinahayaan na lumayo itong Quezon. BANAL, his first miss from the outside. ang problema ng Bacolod ngayon? Securing the defensive rebound.
That's right. First, locating rebounders nearby. There's different schemes, especially when a guy takes a shot from one side of the floor. Some coaches would turn to what's called a corner crash, wherein your corner guy is the one that crashes the boards. For the most part, there is a good probability that ball's gonna fall on that weak side of the floor. Kaya yun yung ginawa ni Joshua Yero kanina eh, no? Pagkatira ni Gabanal, immediately went down trying to secure an offensive rebound, which he got.
Bacolod has already given up 15 offensive rebounds, but on the flip side, each and every quarter itong Quezon maagang nape-penalty. At ang dami ng free throw attempts itong Bacolod. These are the 37 and 38 attempts from the line, which really has kept Bacolod in the game.
Yeah. And, you know, a total of 27 fouls committed already here by Quezon against that of only 11 para dito sa Bacolod. And one might say fouls are directly proportional to the intensity of your defense. But still, there's a certain number of fouls that you don't want to get past because it just awards free throws to your opponents. Good shake action, a good three right there by LJAY.
But just couldn't knock it down. Again, the 16th offensive rebound. Joshua Yero puts it in.
MAGBUHOS is down.
Coach Richie Tixon is in the case of our referee as he saw MAGBUHOS fall down on the floor.
Oh, tsaka hindi basta mag-aano yan si Vince. Vince is a tough cookie and you don't understand when you see him that way, there's high chance that he definitely got hit. See this here. This shot by LJAY on that drive, he slips. Oh, he got hit on the face by Chadi Rangel.
Ang tanong, was it intentional?
Kasi may dulas eh, no?
May dulas.
Well, we'll have to see. Because Chad even looked at him on his way down the floor after that hit.
5 minutes and 34 seconds left.
Well, they still got a lot of time here. You're down 14, pero may oras ka pa, and you gotta string points quickly.
Kahit pa di pa nga lumalamang itong Bacolod, di rin naman nila hinahayaan lumalayo. Na lumayo rather itong Quezon. Biggest lead by the Quezon Huskers
20.
was at 20 points, right?
Yeah. And they gotta go into a run itong Bacolod Tubo Slashers.
Not everybody on the side, especially of Quezon, is happy at the moment.
Kasi ang dami, unang-una ang dami ng fouls na tinawag sa kanila, and there were fouls, in my opinion, based on how the coaching staff has reacted, that should have been called favor to their side. And laki ng disparity, almost more than 15 ang difference when it comes to fouls that's called. There are 16 more fouls called on Quezon than that of Bacolod. You see this action right here. He slips. Oh yeah.
Yun yung may tama eh. Pero ang tanong, ito, mas magandang angulo sa palagay ko ito.
I think they're gonna look at it again.
Pero si Chadi tumatawa eh. As he
yeah.
was trotting back.
From that previous angle, the one before this, it looked like may tama eh. Hindi lang natin alam if it was incidental because of the slip of Vince MAGBUHOS. But regardless, that was on the head. So that might be one thing also that they're looking at.
It was a lengthy review. They'll also check if the shot will count galing kay Joshua Yero. So we're just awaiting the announcement of our game announcer, Richard Tampos.
I think it's what's taking the announcement, what's taking the review. They've done a lot of times already on that review. We should have an announcement soon.
Dahil crucial call ito because Bacolod is trying to make their move.
Correct.
Basket counts for Joshua Yero. Foul on number 15, Dave Canoy. There was a warning on Bacolod number 22, Chadi Rangel, for second motion.
Okay.
Okay, so that's just second motion. So no fouls. Hit on Chadi Rangel. Just a warning on second motion.
Ayun eh, kasi tumawa-tawa pa siya eh.
Oh, yeah.
Tinamaan niya si
Yeah, that's the thing.
Magbuhos eh.
Yes. That looked like a hit on the head as well.
Isang free throw lang. This is the bonus for Joshua Yero. Way short. Ball will go back to Bacolod.
Down 14 with an opportunity to further chip here. What's the hold up again? We're gonna have a warning here for Quezon.
Oo, hindi nila nagustuhan eh.
No. Tinek na.
Hindi pa rin sila masaya dun sa ano eh, naging review eh, naging resulta ng review. Because they felt like Rangel got away with a hit.
Yeah, because it sure looked like that was on the head.
Oo.
And so you understand the frustration of the Quezon Huskers coaching staff.
Alright, so 75-62. If you're Bacolod, pwede pa ito.
Oh, pwede pa to. You gotta make do of your situation right now. First off, you gotta score points here.
This is PJ INTIA. ALDAVE Canoy back to PJ. Against Joshua Yero. Gets past him and rolls it in. Cuts the lead down to 11.
What a finger roll by PJ. It's just an 11-point game here.
Gonzales saddled by foul trouble. Yero can't get that shot in. Ball did not hit the rim. LJAY attacks aggressively.
That was a foul. Yeah.
And draws a foul.
And that's how you attack the lane. You gotta be very decisive. How about this move right here? Getting past a couple of black shirts and scooping it up. Ibang klase yung finger roll na yun. Off-legged pa.
Gonzales back at the free throw line. So far, has only played 9 minutes. Does have 5 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Make that 6 points. 4 out of 6 from the line though. Bacolod looking to snap their 11-game losing skid. INTIA crossover. The layup gets the friendly bounce plus a foul.
Oh, PJ INTIA. This guy's been willing Bacolod at least for this couple of possessions. Again, splits that defense. Couple of black shirts right in front of him and still able to put up that good English to make that ball go in.
We've had a lot of upsets in the past couple of weeks. The most notable one was Bulacan defeating Caloocan last Monday.
Yes. And even the close game with Bataan and what's the other team?
Mindoro.
Mindoro, right. And this is just a 9-point lead with 4.5 remaining. A lot of time for Bacolod. What's the hold up here?
So palagay ko may mapipituan na naman ng technical foul dito. Or
so what happened was PJ INTIA drove
Oo.
and there was a foul and that was it.
3-point play opportunity. Yung free throws pang 40th attempt na nila ito. 28 out of 40 from the free throw line.
And that's a plus 20 attempts in favor of Bacolod, and 7 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 of 3 from the free throw. Itong si PJ Intia so far.
Shooting 70% from the line, the Bacolod Tubo Slashers. Down by just 8 points.
We're putting more pressure on any guy that's one pass away.
3 for a free. Abundo. No. Running start for Mark Barrera. Barrera will slam on the bricks. Canoy will whip it to PJ Intia. One-on-one against Simon Sandagon. Intia. Canoy for free. No.
Running it back. They got a good look earlier.
4 minutes left. Banal straight away free. Money.
Banal straight on. Another three-pointer for the former MVPs. 4 out of 5.
13 points for Banal. DUBOUZET against LJAY. Gonzales now with a rock. Got it back from Sandagon. LJ Gonzales will reset their offense. Hierro on the right corner. Abundo the cut. Gonzales pulls back for free.
Oh, wow.
Abundo skies high for the rebound. And a sliding Sandagon could not convert.
Another left-hand point-blank finish. Missed by Simon.
Barrera with a one-hander.
Mark Barrera right now giving those 2 points crucial para dito sa Bacolod. Down only 9, 3 minutes left.
Gonzales drives right. Kick out pass. Abundo. Banal. Not a clean catch. Now he attacks. Banal smothered by ALDAVE Canoy.
Steal.
But Intia could not control the rock. Gonzales spins into trouble. But Canoy unable to contain him. No choice but to give up that foul.
Well, last two sequence been very physical. A lot of bodies colliding, a lot of contact. See this drive right here by Banal, driving inside, clear block. A hit on the face, he goes down. PJ loses handle, tumama sa paa ni Banal. Boy, the big question was, were there fouls in those sequence?
LJ Gonzales has played sparingly here tonight. Even against Davao, LJ Gonzales only played 18 minutes. He had 3 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists. Today, 7 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals.
In 10 minutes.
Knocking down both free throws. He extends this lead back to the double digits, 11 points, 80-69. A timeout requested by Bacolod. Bacolod, and they mount a comeback here, down by 11 points. DUBOUZET, laban kay LJ Gonzales.
Using up a lot of clock.
But he gets past LJ. ALDAVE Canoy inside for 2 points.
Lucky break for the Tubo Slashers. Seems that they were going nowhere with that offensive set. Good thing was Canoy was there to save the day.
80-71. And we're down to our final 2 minutes. Banal. 3-point shot off the heel. How about Alvin Abundo grabbing a couple of offensive rebounds here in the fourth quarter?
A crucial rebound by Alvin Abundo. That's his third offensive rebound for the game.
Quezon Huskers with 20 offensive rebounds. And that's been the story, Coach Mike, because
Tubo Slashers only have 3 offensive rebounds. And so that clearly is the story right there. The additional possessions that's given Quezon because of their activity. Not just on the defensive end, but even on the offensive rebounding.
as a result, Quezon That's 25 more field goal attempts
Another rebound.
compared to Bacolod. Kasi ang Quezon, 28 out of 78. Actually not shooting well from the field, although LJ Gonzales able to knife through and score. The Huskers doing it in a different kind of fashion. Bacolod sues for time, down by 12 points.
That date. Pretty interesting, kaya ako nag-download na ako ng Blast
Ayan.
TV app.
Pati si Mark Magnifico Bagsayo, the former featherweight champion of the world, also in the card. So 5 Filipinos ang nandyan in Las Vegas for that fight. At kaya naman, download na nga po kayo ng Blast TV app and subscribe to watch those fights. There's a rebound. Bacolod, Barrera, sidestep, puts it in, and a bonus free throw coming up after BANAL committed that foul.
Well, Gabanal was the lone guy that was left to contest against that drive by Mark Barrera. Got beat to that spot, went to that little footwork, going the middle side of the floor before making that attempt, and he got hit on the way.
Former player of Coach Louie Gonzales sa JRU na maya-maya lamang matutunghayan natin in our second game. Ilagan, Isabela, 5-star Cowboys. Kalaban ang Cebu Greats. Under a minute left. Quezon protecting this 9-point advantage. LJ will waste some time here. Dubouzet trying to pressure him. Gonzales speaks at the clock. 6 seconds left. Gets past Dubouzet. Glides in for the layup.
Well, that middle lane of the floor, talagang aatakihin at aatakihin niya ni LJ Gonzales. And he was very forceful again, finishing through the cup.
Malazarte. Dubouzet. 8 seconds sa kanilang shot clock. Naagawan siya dito. Abundo, forward pass. Sandagon will just pull it back out. And they'll probably just hold it out. Quezon will improve to 16 and 3. Their 6th straight victory dito sa ating liga. Still remain at the top of the South.
Yeah, and Quezon survives those, momentary runs by Bacolod, coming as close as 7 points earlier, and able to survive it despite how many fouls did they get? They got 30 points awarded to Bacolod. Just enough to win this game and control the latter part.
Best player of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Gabanal, 13 points on 4 of 8 shooting. He's 4 of 6 from the 3 points. Perfect from the line, 1 out of 1. Three rebounds, 1 assist. And that 3 was very crucial on the result of this game.
Final score po natin,